Major League Baseball is officially back. The league kicked off the shortened season yesterday with a noticeably different look. We had empty stadiums, cardboard cutouts of fans, and plenty of masks. But our next guest is looking to try and change up the viewing experience. We've got Laura Herzing. She's the executive producer at Silver Spoon. And Laura, let's start with what exactly Silver Spoon's doing here, because you're working closely with Fox to fill empty seats with virtual fans. How's that going to work?
Yeah, exactly that. So we have been working with Fox and MLB to develop a virtual crowd platform that allows us to place virtual fans within the stadium to near pixel perfect accuracy. So we use scans of the stadium to precisely determine where every seat is and then virtually fill it. So our goal. Sorry.
What is that going to look like for fans who are watching from home?
Our goal with this is really to add atmosphere to the live game. Our stance on augmented reality at Silver Spoon is that it should do just that. It should augment the experience, but it shouldn't take away from the real the experience of watching live sports. So while it will have a realistic appearance, we're not trying to fool anyone into thinking that these are real people.
There's a question about, how much all of the additional elements that come with a sporting event actually matter now, because, you watch baseball, we watched the games yesterday. There's some crowd noise that's been piped in. There's some cardboard cutouts in the back. I mean, what's your sense of how much fans are actually seeking that kind of virtual experience right now when we've gone without sports for several months now?
Sure. I think fans are seeking some sense of normalcy. And I think that that's part of what we're trying to accomplish with our virtual fan system is, you'll have realistic sounding crowd sounds. You'll have realistic looking filled stadiums. So while we're not trying to say that these are real people, we're trying to replace a little bit of that atmosphere that you lose or that jarring appearance that would be, watching a baseball game where the stadium is completely empty.
Laura, we've talked so much about how this pandemic has accelerated some of these trends that were in place before the coronavirus. AR and VR is certainly one that we've been looking to for a while, but there just hasn't been a significant catalyst. I'm wondering if you think this is it. You're starting with sports here now, but do you see it potentially expanding to concerts perhaps and other events, especially when we just don't know when some of those events can resume?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that what we're doing in the AR broadcast space is something that for a long time, the conversations have been kind of a nice to have, or maybe someday or when we get the budget. But recently with COVID, everything has been just on such an accelerated timetable. So I think that while the use case for specifically virtual audiences may dissipate once people are allowed to go back into venues like this, I think that there's a long future for augmented reality in broadcast and live events.
Okay, and very quickly, could we potentially see a tie-up with other leagues too?
Potentially, yes. I mean, the system could go anywhere, and we've been having those conversations.
Okay, we look forward to seeing that. Laura Herzing is the executive producer at Silver Spoon. Appreciate your time today.